Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend Show. And tonight's topic, REFspect. Well, what more could you ask? REFspect, week in, week out at Grassroots football. Excuse me, just putting that cushion away. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. Hope everyone's had a great week. You can't knock the weather at the moment. How long is it going to last? According to the weather forecasters, it could be horrendous. Storms coming this week. This is the weather forecasters, not me, with a large hail storm. Oh dear me. Large hails. Dear me, what are we looking for? What is going to happen this week? Anyway, let's put that out the way. How's your weekend been? Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Hope you've had a fantastic weekend of football. It's been hot. Hope you all remember to take your water, because there's nothing worse than kids dehydrating when they've got no water down them, especially when they're playing football in hot weather. And we all remember that, don't we? We were all crawling on the floor, weren't we? When, dear me, it was really, really hard. But tonight's topic, as we say, is all about REFspect. Now, we've had no incidents whatsoever. That's a full week of grassroots football, the return. Yes, albeit friendlies, but hey ho, friendlies. That's what every game should be like, even when the league start, the new season, friendlies. It should be go on, participate, let the kids enjoy the game of football, develop the skills for the kids, develop the skills for the referees, make sure that the referees don't get abuse or being shown aggressive behaviour on and off the field of play. We need everyone to work together and make sure that everyone is enjoying themselves when it comes to grassroots football. I loved it when I was a kid. I loved the game of football. Yeah, it's gone competitive, very, very competitive now. There's no word of a lie about that. Even the friendlies, we all know they've been competitive, even though they're classed as friendlies. We only have to go on social media and read about the scoreline. Thankfully, as I say, it seems to be a week which is passed over and there's no major incidents, because what we've got to look at is it does happen. Teams can come across each other, they don't get on in the league. Why they don't get on? Because they're only young teams, they're only kids playing football, and maybe they start blaming the referee. They don't realise that it's a game of football and the kids are just developing, they're growing up and they're learning every single day, just like me, just like yourselves. Every single day you can learn. Well, we're looking forward to the social distancing coming into force when it does in September. We really don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to pan out. If anyone's got any more information as to the way they see it, as to the way they think it's going to go in grassroots football, then please simply drop me a line, mal@don'txtheline.com. But again, tournaments, I'm not too sure how tournaments are going to pan out either. It's going to be hard for all the tournament organisations to put things together, and social distance, fixtures, how many teams they're going to allow. It's got to be feasible, it's got to be obviously worth the while putting these tournaments on. We just don't want to see many tournaments folding, because we know quite a few people this time of year have been going to Wales to have tournaments. They have it now, obviously, for obvious reasons, and we all know why that's here. We hope you've all been using this after your football games, after or in between. You don't know what you're touching when you're going up to grassroots. I know all the goalposts are supposed to be disinfected down. And is this all still going ahead? We love your thoughts, we love your feedback on it, because obviously we haven't been out and about just as yet, but we will get out and about and we'll see how things are going. We'll give you a report on KBJFC on their football that has gone ahead over the weekend, and reports off referees if any come in, because maybe there is some incidents that we haven't heard about that no one's reporting. If there is, again, whether it's a parent or whether it's a manager, committee member who've seen it, witnessed it, we'd love to hear about it, because we need to put all this to bed, don't we? And what about the kids? Safeguarding, massive, massive, regardless of anything else. That is massive in grassroots football. We all know that. We shouldn't close the curtain on that one. We should all still be alert. on safeguarding. We don't want any bullying issues, because that's a major factor as well when it comes to the start of the leagues all over the country. Bullying, we're talking about referees really getting verbally abused. You know, former bullying when the referees are only 14 years of age up to 18, but even then the experienced referees, I don't think there's any need for any bullying whatsoever. Respect is the key word. We came up with that, just obviously you only have to say respect and everyone understands what it means. It brings the referee into it straight away. Yeah, they'll back off. They even back off when we're DXTL supporters, our volunteers are all walking around the grounds. How it's going to be, I just couldn't tell you at the moment, because we've got to work with the hubs, find out how we're supposed to be working alongside grassroots football clubs. Obviously we'll be keeping our distance as well, and maybe it'll just change a little bit on our interviews, but then again, they're all the interviews, they continue because they're all watching the TV, we're all listening to radio, they're all still going on, so there is a way around that. But we love, and do you know what, it should be very, very interesting talking to parents, talking to committee members, talking to referees, even the children who are playing football, even the kids who are playing football. We just want to make sure that everyone's enjoying themselves, and we'll get some stories, no doubt, over the Covid-19, what they did, what they didn't do, what they're doing now, how they're performing, how they're playing, how they're making arrangements to get ready for these Premier League games. I say Premier League games because when the leagues do start, you think they were Premier League games, even though they're not supposed to be taken that serious, are they? Non-compatible? Well, I don't know. We have to all compete, don't we, I suppose. Well, in Liverpool, in the northwest, we know that people will actually take it really, really serious, whether it's a friendly or it's not. We know there's parents out there already taking it serious in these friendly games. We've got to make it friendly. The referee still has to do his or her job. They have to adhere by the rules, the regulations. I'm not too sure, is there any bookings gone in towards the county FAs? That would be a nice subject to touch on off referees. So referees, have you booked any? Have you sent off any in friendly games? Because that's what we're classing them as. We do know that the managers put on social media how enjoyable their games were, and that is just not the winners. I think that is the runners-up as well, the losers, if you want to. I hate saying losers, because in friendly games they're all got to be winners, surely. Everyone's just enjoying themselves, getting the fitness up, and that is why referees are back out and about, getting their fitness up, making sure that all the games are going ahead and getting them in good stead for when September season starts. If anyone knows the dates, what we've got thrown about at the moment, when they're going to be expected to start, please let me know. It's going to be interesting if they start in September alongside the Premier League, because normally it's you don't get many games. Normally the Premier League starts in August, and then the kids all go back to school because they're all on holiday in September. We're talking about starting the kids in September, finishing early. I thought, or I'm thinking, I don't know, is it the right date? Is it time for grassroots football? Only you can let me know on that one, Grassroots family. Many teams, are you still not having friendlies? There's teams out there who are still waiting to see what the feedback is like before they start playing games. Kids, how many kids have left? How many referees have left? We've got to get all these figures up, and obviously it's going to be a long time before we get the figures up, because we know county FAs are still suffering with short staffing, furloughed. Hopefully all the staff will come back and make a difference to the grassroots football teams. As it's been hard to get in touch with the grassroots county FAs, local county FAs, they find it hard to find out figures. We find it hard, or they find it hard to police friendlies. Are they going to find it hard to police Premier League games? No, not Premier League games, grassroots football games. How is it going to be worked about? We'll be out and about, we'll be obviously giving feedback, we'll be talking to clubs. We're not going to be policing anything whatsoever. We're just seeing how clubs are adhering to the new laws, the regulations, the advisory, Covid-19 rules, and, as I say, regulations. It's hard to put into perspective. It's hard to find out exactly what's going on, because I see managers, coaches still asking questions on how it's gone. in grassroots football up to now with the COVID-19. We're seeing it rife all over the country. We're all worrying whether holidays are still going to be cancelled. Are we going to go back into lockdown yet again for stage 2? I really hope we're not. Let's just make sure that we have an end to all of COVID-19 and bring out loads of REFspect, because that's what the topic is all about this evening. REFspect on and off the field of play. We're getting good feedback off referees. They've seen no problems whatsoever. If they are, they're not feeding it back to us. They're keeping it to themselves. But normally, when a referee doesn't get good feedback, then they'll let us all know exactly what's gone on. But you managers, you coaches, you parents, you all get in touch with us and let us know how your referee was, what you thought about the setup that the older clubs are having, because it's all friendly. So teams are travelling to other teams, to other clubs, to other venues, different places. So you can give us the feedback on how the club has put all their COVID-19 rules, regulations into action. You can all give us the feedback. You're all happy with it, disappointed with it. Let's all get it together. Let's all work off the same song sheet and make sure that every team is putting it together and REFspect together as well. Give us the feedback on that. What was it like on and off the field of play? The majority of games are all on grass now, so the grass is getting battered yet again, isn't it? I'm not too sure there's going to be any summer leagues, so we can get all the referees out to REFspect, because the summer leagues would have to start now, wouldn't they? And carry on. I doubt it very, very much. It was, we're all short of football and games going ahead. But we love your feedback, as I say, about the REFspect. You've seen the cushion. It's all about relaxing, isn't it, when you go to football? That's what the cushion's there for. When you go, try not to get worked up about a tackle that's gone in. Try not to get worked up about a decision that the referee has made. Try not to get worked up about the other coach shouting what he wants his children to do, and goals going in, if it was a goal, if it wasn't a goal. Try and relax when you go to grassroots football and watch your child playing football. Try and give the feedback to the kids as well, that you're enjoying every move they make. Don't start criticising any mistakes. Don't start having the kids to be looking up, waiting for a parent to start shouting if they've done the wrong. Most of the kids will just look straight ahead and pretend that they're not hearing all the shouts coming from a touchline. So let's all take that into perspective as well. Let's all take it on board, and let's all make sure that the kids go home happy, because you'd ask them feedback, arm round the shoulder, mums and dads, and ask them how the game went, how they felt, did they enjoy it, are they looking forward to the new season, looking forward to the next game that they're playing, because I think there's teams out there must have been playing 4 or 5 games per week. There's some managers who can't resist getting out to watch the kids playing football, but we don't want the kids burnt out. Not at all, not before the season starts. So pre-season it is, we're all on to pre-season, aren't we? How many teams do the Premier League teams play? Most of the team, they're not even back. It's all the kids who are playing all their pre-season friendlies. So we'd like to know just how many games you're playing per week while they're on. I'd love to, if it is 3, 4, 5 games a week, dear me, that's a lot of games. The kids have got nothing to do, not many of them going on holiday, even though there is certain holidays abroad going ahead, even to Wales. There's caravan parks opening, but we're not too sure what is going on there. We get loads of feedback soon, won't we? But as I say, please put in your diaries, REFspect. Please make sure, because I'm getting great feedback, now you're realising just how important the referees are when it comes to going to your friendlies. I don't think there's been many teams short of a referee. So referees just want to do the games as well. I've seen posts on social media, referees asking if you need a referee, they're available. Hey ho, let's make the most of it. And always remember that referee answered your call, so they'll answer the calls as well to the leagues when they start in September. How are the committees getting on, by the way? How are you all doing? Have you got all your fixtures sorted out for the new campaign, for the start of the new season? What about your presentations? Are they carried forward? Are they popped back? And I know there's registration fees that you all have to save up for, but I think most leagues are making it free, if I'm right. So well done to the leagues, hats off to you, because they didn't finish the season last season. So that has got to be great for the club so it gives you the chance to raise some funding. Don't forget Mags yesterday, under 7s sponsor, they were looking for a sponsor yesterday. Wayne, my partner, new manager, if anyone can help out, a business can help them out there, please get in touch with me and I'll put you on, I'll give you the details to Wayne regarding sponsorship for the kit, because it doesn't half help in grassroots football. Many teams out there have probably lost sponsors as well, because the companies aren't going back to work as yet, and they don't want to spend money advertising because they haven't been getting the money in. So altogether we can just see where the pitfalls are going to be, can't we, within grassroots football. How many teams? I'd love to know registrations. Committee members, please let me know about your registrations, what it's been like, how many teams you're getting in. Is it been slow? Well, I've only seen 1 or 2 leagues that put up positions available for the teams. I'm sure you can all get in the leagues if you're in there last year, because if they're free, you're certainly going to get a full house, aren't you? Leagues, get in touch with us to let us know how many teams that you require in certain age groups. How about the under 16s league, under 17s league, under 18s leagues? What are they like? Are you all full? Come on, get in touch with us. Let us know what it's like. Even the amateur leagues, we want to know what it's like out there. Is there plenty of room for you? Plenty of teams all put their names down to play football. It's all about grassroots football. It's all about you getting in touch with us, which you will be next week, because we're hoping to be up and running and starting to get guests in the studio as from next week. So we're looking forward to that, because we've got piles and piles of them, I assure you. We were talking about Wayne yesterday, my ex-player, my ex-goalkeeper, what a lad he is. He's got his own kids now, and many of the ex-team are getting in touch with me. They've all got their own kids, their own families, and they're all still in grassroots football. It's great to see, and maybe you can ask them a question and say, what was I like as a coach? What was I like on the touchline towards the referees? That'd be great feedback from my ex-players. But we kept very, very close indeed, and we're still getting closer, to be honest, because as I say, Wayne, I'm proud to announce, is joining DXTL. We'll give you more information about that next week when he comes in. We'll talk about it and we'll get the feedback, and I assure you it'll be very, very interesting to get some feedback off Wayne and his business style of things and what he's done and how we're going to do this, how we're going to approach grassroots football now, and put our PowerPoints together to get you teams in there, to get referees in there, to get the kids in there, and mums and dads, because that is so important, getting the parents in. We know not many parents turn up to a meeting for their kids in grassroots football, but we'd like to encourage as many parents and spectators as we possibly can to get in touch with us when we do our PowerPoint presentations. You will like them. All about REFspect, all about behaviour on touchlines, because we need to see a decline in that one, don't we? As I said earlier on, we're into a massive virus, Covid-19, but since 2003, since I started the campaign, not-for-profit organisation campaign, by the way, it's been a terrible virus, poor touchline behaviour. So we need to eradicate all that out of children's football, basically, isn't it? And let the kids play the football game, let the referees referee. We don't want any irate parents, spectators, and even kids on the football pitch. We want anyone irate. Yes, we can all sit there and try and work it out. And mums and dads, if you are irate, we just ask you to stay away from the game itself. Let someone else go and take your child to the football. If you can't hold your own, if you have to shout at that referee or the opposition manager, let's iron it out while we've got that chance, while friendlies are going well, while everyone is friendly, playing friendlies, talking together, swapping stories together, bringing referees together. I don't think the referees have had so much fun in all my life. I really don't, because as I say, there's no poor feedback, it's all positive. So if we can continue to bring the positive into grassroots football when the leagues commence, then I for one will be very, very happy. Just like the committee members, just like the county FAs, and just like the teams themselves. Grassroots is fun, it's development. We need the educational side of things brought in there, and we need everyone to adhere to the rules and regulations this year, this season. There is a lot more, and it takes some getting used to, but I've got faith in all the grassroots family to get that right, and let's get grassroots back on its feet and make sure It's what your child wants. It's what we all want. Being friendly and enjoying the games. There you go. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the DXTL podcast show and DXTL TV from the touchlines on YouTube. We will be back again tomorrow evening. No, we won't be back again tomorrow evening. We'll be back next Friday with loads of updates and let you know what's going on with Don't Cross the Line. So in the meantime, thank you very much indeed for tuning in to us. We'll see you Friday at 7 o'clock. If you've got any news and views, any stories, send them in. So from myself, Mal Lane, all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line and REFspect programme, have a great evening. Put your feet up, relax, and we'll see you next Friday at 7 p.m. Good night, God bless.